Let's talk about some things that the Chiefs can do this offseason to make their already great offensive line into something potentially even better. But first, how about those? Hey, if you're watching this, you love the Chiefs as much as I love the Chiefs, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn notifications on so that you can stay in the know with daily news about our favorite team. All right, we all know this offseason is already looking way different than last year's. Last year, we were coming off a depressing Super Bowl loss to the Bucs, in which we watched our quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, run around, 500 yards laterally across the field, being chased by linemen like lions to a hyena because our offensive line was in complete shambles. This year, our O-line, because of that, as we all know, got a complete overhaul, and our depth, for the most part, held up really well when injuries occurred this season. So let's look at where we stand currently. Our three starters of the interior, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, and Joe Thuney, are all good to go. All of them are healthy, from what we know, and are locked in for the next 3 seasons. You have backup guard Nick Allegretti for 1 year still, as he has one more on his rookie deal. And speaking of Allegretti, I can't help but smile when I think of his big man touchdown. The way he just tosses Watt aside like a dirty piece of laundry and catches that TD was one of my favorite memories of this season. Okay, so let's talk tackles. Those are currently going to be the biggest things that needs addressed this offseason as far as the O-line is concerned. That and some depth pieces as well. So you have Orlando Brown Jr., our left tackle's contract expiring this offseason. Then you have Lucas Niang, who was our starting right tackle, recovering from a torn patella tendon that he injured in week 17. We need to remember also that he has been kind of injury prone, at least for the 2021 season. He missed a couple starts with a hamstring issue, then missed 5 games due to a rib injury. And then back in 2019, he tore the labrum in his hip at his final season at TCU and had to get that repaired. And ironically, I have had the same hip surgery to repair my labrums in both of my hips. It's not a horrible procedure, but it's still not that fun. So with the overview of the front line, what do we need to do from here? Let's talk about it, but if you're enjoying this video, can you do me a favor? Hit that like button real quick so more Chiefs fans can find this content. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're more than likely going to hit Orlando Brown Jr. with a franchise tag to avoid him hitting the open market. It looks like the Chiefs will still owe a salary of about $16.7 million to Brown for 2022 per over the cap. Really not too bad, considering some starting right tackles are making $22 million or more per year. Jeez Louise, I need coffee. So good. Of course, though, the franchise tag is really just a temporary placeholder on Brown for them to be able to work out something more secure and long-term for him. He's only 26 years old and, barring any major injury, has many years of productivity left. He's going to probably be getting a 4 to 5 year contract, and I definitely see the Chiefs getting that deal done. An article from Arrowhead Pride, which I will link in the description below, says this regarding Brown and a franchise tag. The benefit of the franchise tag is that they have time to negotiate. The deadline to sign a franchise tagged player to a contract is mid-July. This allows the Chiefs to see what happens in free agency. If they don't use a big chunk of the cap space they will inevitably free up, they can front load Brown's deal. If they go on a spending spree, they can spread the signing bonus out and backload the deal, hoping league-wide contract inflation will make the salary reasonable by that 4th or 5th season anyways. Once they get the deal done with Brown, that would mean the Chiefs' 5 current starters are here for the next 3 years at least. That should bring you all of us, some comfort for sure. So let's talk about depth for the O-line via free agency. The Chiefs probably should go ahead and re-sign Andrew Wiley. He's a 27-year-old unrestricted free agent, but he came in clutch last season for sure. There are some other names to look at in free agency as well, some to consider for shorter-term deals. You have Riley Reif, Eric Fisher. Okay, I'm sort of joking about Eric Fisher, but I do love him, and I will never forget when he slammed beers together during a game like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Okay, anyway, to name a few more, you have Morgan Moses, Brandon Shell, and Bobby Massey. Then some names that could be a bit more longer term. They're younger, but might demand more money. Joseph Noteboom, Ike Bodiger, I butchered that name, sorry, Matt Pryor, and Jason Spriggs. You could also, of course, look to the draft. And I'm not a huge analytics guy. I'm still studying the upcoming draft as I am able. But one that this author on this article from Arrowhead Pride, Ron Kopp Jr., says to look into via the draft is Rasheed Walker from Penn State. He could be available as one of the Chiefs' 3 day 2 picks. The 6'6", 320-pound monster primarily played on the left side in college, but could be an option as the swing tackle or a competitor for the right tackle position as well. With all that being said, if you want more details on any of those free agent names that I talked about, make sure to click that article in the description down below. They have some more details there for you. What are your thoughts on all of this? Are there any names in free agency that you see worthy of pursuit? Anyone in the draft? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to read through them and glean knowledge as well as we all navigate this offseason together. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more Chiefs content. I post daily news about the Chiefs, and we'll be doing news like this all year long. So until next time, Chiefs Kingdom, let's go. Let's go. How about those